I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Be free. Be free with me.
Hello there guys, we have now stopped for the day.
Hey, Blink. Hello. Hey, we found one of the stubby coolers.
No, we didn't. She did.
She did. We've just pulled over. It's just a side of the road rest stop in Yaamba. It's off the Bruce HWY, so there is a little bit of road noise. There's the highway. But yeah, it's not too bad. And it's free, so whatever. There are toilets, which is kind of cool. And there's a little swing set and some barbecues that you can see over there. And decent enough room. It's not too packed. We thought it was going to get really packed, but...
Oh, it will later on, I reckon.
Probably.
Throw it in down here on Wiki where it is. But if you're heading from Rocky north, on the Bruce, you'll find it.
Yeah. It's pretty easy to see. But, yeah. Free stop. We're only just doing an overnighter. Trying to scoot through to make it to Townsville.
Show the good people of YouTube on the map where we went.
Okay. Is this a good idea? I'm a bit OCD with the map. That's why you do it. Alrighty. Let's have a look-see. I can't even get the lid off. Alright. So the last 2 nights here in 1770 Agnes Waters. And then we came back out to Miriam Vale. And then through Mount Larkham. Through Rocky. And then past Mount Anthony Cave, so we're probably about here-ish, so we're at Yapoon. Put a star there?
Yep, put a star
Walk across. Doot, doot. There we are. Hi.
Good morning. We took off from the rest stop this morning. We got away fairly early. We packed up a lot of the stuff last night, just had some cereal and whatever for breakfast. We want to see if we can make, well, we'll get as close to Townsville today as possible.
Yeah, so we did some quick math last night, and
it wasn't quick.
It wasn't quick. It was a lot of deliberating and a lot of because we want to try and get out to Uluru before the school holidays. We only have a couple of weeks. Then
so there was a lot of talk whether we just wait it out and spend 2 more weeks hanging around this side, but then we lose it at the end of the holiday.
Yeah.
Go out thereafter and...
Yeah. And then my best friend threw a spanner in the works and told me she was going on Year 6 camp. Which is whatever. We can't always control these things. So that was another big bit of deliberation about, do we go there first? Do we... Yeah. So we've just decided to punch it up the coast. We are just going to punch it. But we've stopped and seen things, like we've taken a week to get here, or 5 days to get here, and that's, you know, considering we usually do Townsville to Brisbane in a day, this is a really long time for us to do this stretch of road. So it has been nice to stop and see things on the southern stretch of the trip, and then on the way back down we'll stop and see things
on the northern stretch. Everything above Rocky.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of the way that we're going to work it.
Anyway, we're probably something like that. We're just out of Serena at the moment if you're wanting to play along at home.
Yeah. For those of you who travel with pets, there are a number of really, really good dog parks and stuff along some of the rest stops. There's a really, really good one in just outside of Miriam Vale. what's that little town called?
I don't know, that's where the Red Rocket Diner
Yeah,
is.
Red Rocket Diner. There's a really, really good one there. It's got toilets and picnic tables and stuff as well.
Also one at Serena.
And there's a really good, really big one in Serena. We always stop there when we have the doggos with us.
It's just good to find, as you probably know if you travel with dogs, it's good to find a like a dog park, because you can let them off the lead. You don't have to walk them sort of around. They can just cruise and burn off some energy.
Yeah, so there are a number of really good dog parks along the Bruce Highway, which is very helpful. We've let the cat out at a couple as well. On the leash, just by the leash. But yeah, just for your information purposes. We did look at staying in the Kershaw Gardens. There's a rest stop in the Kershaw Gardens in Rockhampton. But it was packed, and that's why we ended up going to Yaamba. But we were speaking to a fellow caravanner when we were filling up the water in 1770, and he said they stay at the Kershaw Gardens, and there's a huge big
Back to like the
Parklands Gardens, and there's a massive big playground for the kids.
So if
He
you've got
said his
kids-
kids loved it.
Yeah, if you got kids, he highly recommended it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it looked good in a few of the reviews on Wiki. Said that there is like council dudes or like almost a security that come past and check on you at night.
Yeah, you've got to be fully self-contained as well.
Yes.
So they do also
That's
check for that.
Like most places. Though.
Yeah. But yeah, we definitely would have stayed there if we hadn't have gotten there. Apparently, if you get there any time after pretty much 1, you can't really get a spot, and it was chockers.
Oh yeah. I mean, we could have parked smack bang in the middle of it, but I'm not about that life.
Yeah.
Why does nobody do the caravan wave anymore? Or maybe it's because I drive a Jeep.
Maybe.
They just think I'm a snob and not going to wave. But I waved to everybody, and it's not very many people wave back.
I'm not looking forward to school holidays if this is how many caravanners are on the road.
Oh, school holidays, I'm going to park up in the desert somewhere where nobody can find me.
100%.
And hide for 2 weeks. North Queensland in cane season, burning off their paddocks. I don't know how often they do it, but they do it too. I know I could be wrong, but I think it's to rejuvenate the soil. And you'll see, well, you might not be able to see, but generally there's all these hawks and stuff that fly around. Now they'll pick up burning sticks and drop them in other paddocks or nearby areas to get more, to spread the fire, because they chase all the mice and all the rabbits and everything else that's cruising around. Just some fun facts that could be completely wrong.
They're not completely wrong. They're right.
They're right?
They're right.
They sound right.
Go you.
Yeah,
Pretty big one.
it is. It's a nice one.
We can see them. I don't know if you can see kind of the birds are all circling there. Zoomed in a little bit. Yeah, they go and pick up all the sticks and stuff, but they also hang around because all the mice and things that live around the cane fields come out, and that's their dinner. Fun facts. So it's cane season in North Queensland at the moment.
Yeah, all the cane trains are running, and there's a heap of trucks and stuff.
Yeah.
All the mills are processing. Now, I love the smell of molasses.
Yeah.
Riz hates it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a gross smell. But yeah, when it's cane season, you've got to be careful on the Bruce Highway up north, because it's not like a normal train crossing where there's a light that tells you to stop in advance. So you sort of got to always be on the lookout.
Ways.
Yeah, they give you signs and there's give ways, but there's not boom gates and stuff. So you just got to be on the lookout for the cane trains and make sure you stop for them, because there have been some accidents in the past couple of years.
Yeah, which is never great. But
Yeah.
Sup, YouTube people? We're currently we're in Townsville, but to be more precise, Warina. If you're driving up and down Dalrymple Road or Walcock Street, sort of the two major roads in Townsville, it's where there's a big ice skating ring and there's a cinema.
Big cinema. It looks like when I first moved here, my mum said it looked like a cinema out of Xanadu. It's
an old school type cinema.
Old school looking cinema. It's
Anyway,
got big fluorescent
just
lights
behind
and
there, you're gonna find Otto's Fresh Food Market. There's a couple of them in Townsville, and I highly recommend going to any of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because the food there is Mickey Mouse. Your breakfast is good to go. I recommend, what's the dippy finger one? The
A leghorn.
The Leghorn. That's my favourite. What's your favourite?
I really like the Leghorn. They used to do a field mushroom one. They don't do that anymore, which is really sad. I used to get that all the time. It was like field mushrooms and goat's cheese and stuff.
But if you don't go to the one in Warina, you don't get Annie's, which is, zoom in. Why are you zooming in?
So we both zoom in.
Annie's. It is
Amazing.
it is Vietnamese cold pressed coffee. They do a heap of other stuff, but I don't care because I get the traditional one, which as you can see is a bit darker.
And I get that, just the Annie's.
The Annie's one, which is a bit sweeter. They are
So good.
the best coffees you'll ever have.
Oh.
I would recommend them to anyone. This is my second one. Yeah,
I've been
and
craving
even if you're not a fan
those.
of iced coffee, it's not really like an iced coffee.
No, it's not. So Vietnamese coffee is coffee made with condensed milk, so it is quite sweet. But the traditional one, they use stronger coffee, and I don't think they use as much condensed milk, so it's a lot stronger. It is so nice. I've converted so many people to Annie's every time they come up here.
Yeah.
There's one in Cairns, but there's only one in Cairns and one in Townsville. If there was one in Brisbane, I would die.
Yeah, and the only place that comes even remotely close is Dan and Steph's,
Harvey Bay.
that cold pressed coffee.
But it's not
It's
as
not.
good.
It's not even close. It almost like ends the craving, but
Yeah.
it doesn't. It is busy all the time. You
Yeah.
are going to have to wait.
It gets so busy. I filmed a little bit on my phone inside, which we'll show you.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. If you get here at the wrong time,
Ooh.
the lineup for Annie's can be out the door.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Now Otto's does do coffee, and they do a iced coffee as well. I've had their coffee, and it's not too bad.
Yeah, and they do
But
like
it's not
shakes
Annie's.
and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it's definitely not
And
Annie's.
do yourself a favour and walk around the back because it is a fresh food market. Some of the little, some of the cheeses, some of the metwursts, and some of the things you can find in that Otto's market,
Yes.
and some of the sauces and things, they're really good
Yeah.
too.
And they have a full-on bakery section too.
Yeah.
The
Vanilla
best
slice.
vanilla slices. You've heard me talk about vanilla slices when we were in Farina, and I had a vanilla slice in Farina. Now that vanilla slice that we had at the Farina bakery, it was bloody good. Not as good as the Otto's one. The
You
Otto's
said
one,
it was the best one you've ever had.
no, not the one in Farina. Cool, but best vanilla slice.
Yeah. Either way, it's on par.
The Otto's vanilla slice is the best vanilla slice I've eaten in my life. They have 3 cabinets full of cakes, and then they have a cabinet full of like pretzel subs with salad and cold meats and stuff like that. It's all like the fresh fruit and veg. It's all like organic and locally sourced and stuff. So
Yeah.
if you like
All the
that
good
kind of
stuff.
stuff, it just tastes really nice. And you can get exotic sort of meats there, so they do source goat, and I've seen crocodile there before, and they have beef cheek, and so I like making curry with beef cheek and goat and stuff, so I used to get my meat from there.
Anyway, we're waffling again.
Because it's so good!
Into Tent World, getting some Yeti stuff.
Yeah, because 2 Yetis isn't enough.
It's not enough.
We need more.
Anybody that owns Yeti knows that.
I converted my mum to Yeti, and she now has like 6 of them.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
So, yeah. Anyway,
Bye.
see you later.
What is it, babe?
This
What do we got?
Otto's and Annie's. Because
And
there's something wrong with us.
definitely nothing wrong with it. What's the brekkie called?
Leg horn.
This is the leghorn.
It's dippy eggs.
Leghorn and Annie. Can't go wrong.
G'day guys, you can't see me.
Flip your around soon.
Yeah, we'll flip you around soon. That's Townsville basically done and dusted. About all you're going to see on film is us eating and drinking coffee because,
that's all we did.
yeah, realistically that is all we did. We caught up with friends and family and, yeah.
Oh, now you can see us instead.
Yeah, you can look at my pretty face. So yeah, as we were saying, that's it for Townsville.
Yeah, just had one final brekkie in Otto's. Got some more Annie's.
Because, you know,
That's how much we love it. I bought some new earrings from Renegade Handmade. It's a really beautiful little store in the Otto's market. They do all handmade stuff. I pointed it out when I was filming in there. But this is some of the beautiful local handmade stuff that you can get.
Yeah, it's a cool little shop, great little like gift ideas and stuff.
I've spent way too much money in there over the years.
Yeah. So yeah, plan is now west. We're going to see how far we get today. It is like 11:30, so who knows how far west we'll get, but heading for Isa.
I'm so excited. I was talking to my best friend Jade last night and she's so excited. I can't wait. I haven't seen her in really long time.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
What's up, Blake? Hey? What's up? Are we talking and not involving you?
Someone's quiet.
Someone has just cut first top tooth, and well, that cut probably a couple of days ago, 3 or 4 days ago. Now, and the second one's just starting to come through, so very whingy, very clingy today. Can't put her down, can't do nothing.
Yeah, I think
that's alright, you get that.
Yeah, it is what it is. So, yeah, we'll see how far we get today, depending on her, depending on us, depending on lots of factors. I'm super tired today.
Yeah, we got our
jabby jab yesterday.
Can't say the C word on YouTube. We got the injection. I got Pfizer, I can probably say that. Pfizer's, I don't know, I just did.
We got the PF. Can you say that?
Whatever. So we were waiting in Brisbane. It's kind of a cool, like, little segue thing. I don't know. Not that cool. Not cool at all, really.
We were waiting in Brisbane to get it because I'm still breastfeeding Blake. I can't have the Astra. I can only have the Pfizer.
Well, it's recommended.
It's recommended.
Yeah. But anyway, there was like a 2-3 month wait for anything down there, even though it's all opened up. And it might be different now. There's vaccination hubs and there's one on the north side. Yeah. But while we were there, it was, a long wait. We got here to Townsville and I was talking to my cousin. She said, oh yeah, there's a big like max vaccination hub up here. Just walk in. And we did in the middle of the day and there was nobody. I didn't even wait. They took my details, walked in, stabbed me in the arm, sit down for 15 minutes. I was done and dusted quicker than you were.
In and out. I had to wait because my lady ran out of needles, so she needed more. But yeah, so feeling fine apart from a dead arm and a little bit tired.
Yeah, it does make you a little bit run down.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're in Brisbane and you want to get a stab,
just walk in.
No, just come to Townsville.
Come to Townsville.
By the time this video's out, probably everybody will be vaccinated.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, alright, well, let's see where we get to. If anything cool happens, as always, we'll show you.
Yes.
But that's it for Townsville for now. Nice, quick, short but sweet stopover.
Hope you can hear me. Anyway, we've pulled up for the afternoon. We got to Prairie. We're at the back of the Prairie Hotel. It's just like a donation, go to the pub, have a meal. There's a donations box as well. Yeah. Should cut off a bit of our trip to Cloncurry tomorrow. I can never remember the name of that town. I always call it Camel Wheel. And then Riz yells at me.
Yell at you.
You do yell at me. All I get is yelling. Blake, what you got there? What you got there? She's got her keys. That's all that's left of the vanilla slice. It's been destroyed.
Yum.
It was the size of that plastic.
Amazing. So, for those of you who don't know, who've never been through Prairie, there's a really good honey station. Yeah, we've got some last time we came through. It's lasted us a year. It's just a side of the road kind of honesty box system, and you open up a cupboard and they have a whole heap of different honeys to choose from. Oh, it's so good. We really want to get some more, but you can't take honey into the Northern Territory.
So it's not worth it. We might get some on the way back or whatever.
Yeah, if we come back this way, we'll get some. But definitely if you're passing through, it's like $10 a bottle, but it's local honey. It's made where you buy it.
Oh,
and
it's good.
Really nice.
They're probably not going to be able to hear you because the wind's going that way.
Oh well, I'll do a voiceover then.
Or just pull it inside.
Nah.
I'm squiggling on the map.
So we're at the Prairie Hotel, like Laura just said, and they have a pet buffalo. Apparently if you feed him some bread, he loves it. Hey mate! Hello! Wow! Aren't you beautiful? Aren't you beautiful? This fence doesn't really seem enough, does it? Blake's fascinated. Hey. I'm scared of these horse. Hello. Oh, you're beautiful.
Photos. Hey babe,
What?
guess what time it is and we're leaving?
8:30.
We ain't ever left anywhere at 8:30.
Nice. We're just leaving the Prairie Hotel. I'll give you a quick look of the little campgrounds. There's a little shower over there. I don't know how well you can see it.
Yeah, I gave him like a little bit of a spiel, but I didn't show too much.
Yeah. So, yeah.
It's a cool little like free camp or a donation camp. As you can see next to the bin, there's the donation box. So you can either chuck a couple of bucks in there, or what we recommend is going to the pub and have a couple of beers, have a meal. It was good. A little bit strange, but good.
Yeah, strange but good. Is a good way of putting it.
So we just went in there and got a couple of beers sort of around the 4:30, 5 o'clock mark. Dinner was at 5:30 and dinner is whatever his missus has in the fridge, which last night was barramundi. And then they sit you down at a big dining table with everybody else that's there and you all eat together.
Yeah.
So it's great. It's a like communal sort of thing, and we were getting along with the people staying in the park as well. So that was good.
Say
If you
goodbye to them, actually.
yeah, whatever. If you didn't get along with them, it might be a bit more awkward, but
Yeah. So it was good. Strange but good.
And he has mannequins everywhere.
There's the hotel. We should have taken you inside, but we were having too much fun having beers and talking.
No, you just need to you're gonna need to go in there yourself.
Yeah. It's definitely one of those spots that you should go by.
It's just one of those good outback pubs.
Very cool. And then they got Billy the Buffalo. No, Buffy.
Yeah, Buffy the Buffalo. So, where are we going this morning?
We are headed to Hewenden. We're going to have breakfast at the FJ Cafe because it's the best cafe.
Can highly recommend, even if you're not an old Holden fan. Burgers, like just atmosphere, really good.
Yeah, the food itself is amazing.
It's one of the, what did I have? I can't remember what I had.
We had the FJ burger and
it was huge. One of the biggest burgers I've ever eaten.
It was massive.
It's a cute town.
It is.
There's got to be something to do with windmills here. There's a big one out there, and then the like middle parking thing's a windmill.
Big windmill.
Walk past that.
Yeah. This is Darby the dinosaur over here. The library dinosaur.
It's one of the other guys.
It's really super duper windy.
Blowing us the eyes up.
There he is. There's Darby. What does it say about Darby? Darby the dinosaur or Junkosaurus. Hewenden-based artist Sam Brown and Terry Lindsay set about making their very own dinosaur.
Hello there.
Very cool. And now we are heading over to the FJ Holden Cafe. This is the FJ Holden Cafe. We got lots of cool like memorabilia, Elvis and Holden and Ford, and it's pretty cool. Old jukebox that still works.
sitting on a Monaro, babe.
What that should do with the back end of your donor vehicle.
Yeah, that would be cool. Hear that, Dad? Do that. What you doing? Are you going to be a Holden girl? You say, yes, Mum, I'm going to be a Holden girl.
Well, she's going to be Jeep.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Holden's not Australian anymore. Takes the fun out of it. Yeah, so it's just a really cool cafe full of random old junk that's really cool, isn't it?
Not junk.
But it is.
Yeah. It's cool memorabilia.
But it's cool. What do you got, babe?
FJ.
FJ Super Burger,
Yes.
and I got a burger with the lot.
Hamburger.
And
Steak burger? Something burger?
Blake's just gonna eat bits, and I have a milkshake with him. Yum.
Blake will help you drink.
Yeah, probably.
G'day. So, as usual, plans change. We were on our way to Cloncurry today from, where did we leave from? Prairie.
Prairie, yes.
It's very bouncy. Sorry about the road, guys. We've just gone through Cloncurry.
Yeah. Anyone that's done the Flinders HWY knows how rubbish this road is.
Oh, yeah.
There's some parts where you nearly hit your head on the top of
The road from Hewenden to basically Cloncurry, I'd say that, is rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. And of course we had rain basically the whole time as well.
That made it so much better.
But we've seen like a little bit of a truck roll over. I mean, like, glad it was us. Well, not glad it was us. Glad we were there. Glad we were there. So I actually watched. Well, you were half asleep. I watched the truck roll over right in front of us, and so I gave the phone straight to Riz, and she was on the phone to 000, and I ran out, hoping not to see anything bad. And luckily, everybody was okay, and it was all good.
Yeah.
But that sort of delayed us for about an hour and a half, which is not an issue whatsoever. But basically, we sat there and we're like, bugger, stopping at Cloncurry, let's just go to Mount Isa.
Yeah.
So, sorry if you're looking forward to seeing anything in Cloncurry.
We might go back, hopefully. We'll see that. Like, there are some things that we would like to see in Cloncurry, but there's no free camping around there. We thought there was. The closest is the dam, and that's like 50 k's out of Cloncurry. And
that's a big caravan.
That's a very big caravan. And the parks are really expensive. The caravan parks.
Caravan parks are very expensive. So
we just decided to give it a miss, and I'm really excited to see Jade, so I don't care about pushing through, because I worked out I haven't seen her in nearly a year. It's been a long time.
It has been a while. We just gotta, if you can hear in the background, there's a bit of cocomelon going on, trying for some bribery, and there's food.
Yeah.
These little food snacks, that's Big Oz again, thank you. But Smiggle.
So good. I'm gonna have to just try and get us some.
What are you doing?
Giving us some coconut roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the sound when you get something. But these things here, really cool.
Yeah.
Different just snack compartments, and I'm sure you've all seen them or something similar to them, but we find it really handy.
Yeah. They're really good. So I keep like rice crackers, coconut rolls,
all the taller things down the bottom.
apricot bar, and usually some fruit.
Nothing healthy.
Yeah, fruit's healthy.
In a fruit bar. It's just basically the sugar out of the fruit.
When we have fresh
into a
fruit,
gelatin.
When we have fresh fruit and she's not in her car seat, I give her strawberries and bananas and stuff.
Yeah.
If she's in the car seat, I don't, because it will just end up smooshed into the car seat.
Anyway, we're not a parenting channel. I mean, follow us if you want, but yeah. So Isa it is tonight.
So excited. We're only just doing an overnighter, trying to scoot through to make it to Townsville. Townsville. Alrighty, let's have a look, see how to get the lid off. So, we spent the last 2 nights here in 1770 Agnes Waters. Is that even focusing on that? Who knows?
And then, where are we? I don't even know where we are. We're here somewhere. We haven't quite gone through Marlborough.
We're like halfway between.
Yeah. So we're just past the Mount. Yeah. That sounds so bad. So we're just past the. I've lost my spot now. Mount Etna Caves. We're kind of here-ish. So we went. Did we? Who knows? We did something. No, we didn't go that way. See, this is why I don't do it. I've mucked it up.
We did not go that way. We didn't get through drugs.
I know. That was the way that it went, and now that's not the way that it went.
Use your nail, scratch it off.
Ah! This is why I don't do things, because then I get it wrong, and then I get really upset when I get it wrong.